Plan B.
All right, and welcome back to the BIA Podcast for Week 9. Week 9. Ohio State doesn't play in Week 9. So today is a condensed special episode of Pick 6, where I pick 3, Phil picks 3, and that makes 6. I kind of wanted to change the thing, man. Like 2 locks, 2 upsets, and 2 toss-ups. That's what I'm next time I'm gonna do that. But Phil, before we get into everything, I see your face. I see how you feeling, man. How's it going?
Going well. Yeah, I mean, we talked about Ohio State football, games not being as exciting. I sent you the video from the guy at Barstool going further than that, saying like it would suck to be an Ohio State fan right now. Definitely does not suck to be an Ohio State fan right now. And I think especially now that we're at a bye week, it's like, yeah, I would rather watch us play another boring blowout game than I would have an off week. So, looking forward to getting back to the field in a couple of weeks. But hopefully there's some surprisingly good games to keep us entertained on Saturday.
All right. Well, so I can get the graphic in here, let's go ahead and reveal the game of Pick 6. All right, here we go. Pick 6, like we talked about. Phil picks 3, I pick 3. That makes 6. So last week, yikes. My lock did not hit. My toss-up was able to come through miraculously as UCLA beat Maryland. My upset did not cash. My lock was Indiana minus 26.5 because of a spineless coach for the Michigan State Spartans kicking a field goal, being down multiple scores. But hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. We bounce back.
Yeah, for me, my upset did hit on Friday night, so that was nice to go into the weekend knowing I was going to be in the positive. My lock had a worse bad beat. I had Arkansas do a garbage time touchdown with 9 seconds left in the game to take me off of my minus 7.5 lock for the Aggies. So very annoying, but I think the leaderboard needs to be adjusted because after last week, it is no longer tied up. I have the lead.
Well, if you look at the Week 9.
Oh, he changed it. Okay.
I didn't just change it. I'd been changed it. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. All right.
Anyway,
Go ahead and tell the people what's the score.
Score is 6-7 overall. 6-7. That's a meme for the kids. You see his face. He didn't recognize that because he's old. I'm still a young man, so I know.
I know it means nothing. I know it means nothing. I know.
What it means is I'm in the lead. It means I picked first. So that's what it means. That's what it means. So we got a full board. No temptation to pick the Buckeyes. So just go with the best picks. I'm gonna start off with my lock. Because I'm taking a small spread, so I don't want this to be taken as a toss-up. I'm taking it for my lock for this team to win and cover a 3.5 point spread. You shaking your head? You don't know where I'm going.
I do know where you're going. Go ahead.
Prove it.
I'll go ahead and put it in already. Go ahead.
Okay, put it in.
No, go ahead.
And move your cursor so I can see it. So I'm gonna go with. He didn't put it in. I'm going to go with Cincinnati. Cincinnati minus 3.5 over Baylor. Cincinnati is not the team that Justin thought I was going to pick. I can tell by his face. But Cincinnati is a team that's just a one-loss team. They've been playing very well. And Baylor is a team that I've bet on probably 3 times this year so far. I think they've won a couple of times, but they're just not a consistent team. And they're playing at Cincinnati, not a very tough place to play, but a place that I don't expect Cincinnati to have sort of a fall off. And so give me the Bearcats covering 3.5 over the Bears. Bears versus Bearcats. It's going to be unbearable.
Dad joke looking boy, dog. I thought you were going to take my lock
I know you
because it
did. You
was a
just yapping over there. Go ahead, man. Your
because
lock
it
is
was
free.
a because it was a small spread. I'm taking Vandy over Mizzou minus 2.5. I know this is going to be a close game. It definitely is more of a toss up. But I just don't trust some of these other spreads out here. I know we talked before the show, possibly taking that Oregon spread, which was what 31.5. Nah, I definitely think Oregon's going to win big in that game. And I have no idea if Wisconsin's going to score a point. They haven't scored a point in I think 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So give me Vandy. Diego Pavia is going to definitely need this game for Heisman implications, and they're going to need this also for SEC championship implications as well, or making it to the game, I should say. So I think that Vandy's a better team than Mizzou. They've got the better quarterback. Defensively, I definitely give the edge to Mizzou, but I'm hopeful that Vandy's going to figure it out and hit that 2.5.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to win. It's a toss up. I think both teams are kind of flawed, but I can understand going with the quarterback who has the winning mentality and just like all the intangibles with Pavia. Shout out to him and his whole family.
Okay, well, speaking of family, I am going to take for my toss up the Texas A&M Aggies over LSU.
Jumping on the Aggie train with me.
Dang it. You know what, man? I just realized that game is at night in Baton Rouge.
It is Death Valley. Death Valley locking up against LSU. But to your credit, like LSU hasn't looked that very good this year. They are ranked still. They have 2 losses. They haven't beat anybody, and they don't really seem like the same LSU team. But yeah, if they win, it would only be because of that home field advantage. But I wouldn't be surprised if A&M at home was like a 7-point favorite. I think they're giving them a lot of credrit already.
Oh, you're saying if this game was at Kyle Field, you're saying that it
Yeah,
might be.
I'm saying I think that they're already banking LSU being close in that spread is because they're at home already. I think that they're banking on. It's hard to pick against them in that stadium, but at night especially. But they just aren't impressive, and their offense is boo boo. For a technical term. Speaking of boo boo, I'm gonna go down. So I'm gonna go with for my toss up. I'm gonna go a rivalry game here. A rivalry game. This rivalry is called the Sunflower Showdown. And if you know what the Sunflower State is, you know what the Sunflower State is, Justin?
I do. It's Kansas.
It's Kansas. We got Kansas versus Kansas State. And I'm a sucker for the rock chalk, baby. Give me the Jayhawks. Again, one of my favorite teams to bet. I just feel like this year Kansas State is not good. I think they recently got a win either last week or the week before. But they're not a very good team. And so it's in recent history when Kansas has been better. And it's like Kansas is good and Kansas State is good. Kansas State has still been able to win those games. Like they've won a lot in recent past. And so I think this year Kansas State is worse than they've been in the last 8 years. And so I'm going to go with the Jayhawks having a chance to beat up and take advantage of the fact that not only are you okay, but your rival is really bad this year. You got to win this game. Okay. For upset, I'm going to. Damn, I love the Big 12. I love get all my picks again. This is the third week I've had all 3 picks in the Big 12. I
Big
promise
twelve.
it's not on purpose, man. But
Big 12 Phil.
it just feels like this is the conference that has games you can see go different ways, as opposed to in the Big Ten for sure. It's like you expect the favorites to win pretty much every game. Upset, I'm gonna go with the Cougars of Houston. Give me Houston upsetting Arizona State. This game is at Arizona State. It's a 7-point spread. But I just think that Arizona State is coming off of an emotional, huge program win, beating Texas Tech, a team that people thought was going to win the Big 12 easily. And that has now all been shaken up because of Arizona State's win. And so I think they're gettable just in the, come down game, that trap game right after a big win.
Yeah, they beat Texas Tech. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that pick. Big 12 Phil, man. I was looking at another Big 12 game to possibly take to match your.
You're SEC QG over there. You got 2 SEC teams games so far. Go ahead and bring it on home. It just means more.
Well, whenever this game is played, I always think I'm gonna take it, and I think I take it more times than I don't. And so I'm just gonna mention this game. I'm not taking it, but the Michigan State game. Did you see what the spread is for that?
No. What is it?
It's 14.5.
Mm.
And I mean, I just can't see Michigan State scoring a lot against that defense, and Michigan State's defense is terrible. I mean, like I believe they're averaging upwards of 30 something points per game. Giving up that many points, bro, that's nuts. Especially to be a Big Ten team. All right, so the game I am going to take, I am going to ride the coattails.
A+ stalling, by the way, for those at home keeping up. Justin doesn't know what he's picking, and he's telling us about games he's not picking.
I'm gonna ride the coattails of my co-host from last week, and I am going to take Minnesota over Iowa in Iowa City. That spread is Iowa minus 8.5.
That's an interesting spread. Okay. 8.5. That probably says it. I mean, I would guess that means it's maybe started at 9.5, and it's been betting down. So maybe people are with you on believing in the Gophers.
And they play for the Bronze Pig.
Oh, I have no idea. Google will have to be your friend on that one. But yeah, those former Big Ten West teams, almost all have a trophy between them. All have a rivalry that means something to them. So, yeah, they all kind of play at the back half of the season where Minnesota plays. They already play Nebraska, they play Iowa and Wisconsin, and all of them get into it.
Well, the one thing, I mean, did you see any of the highlights from the Iowa Penn State game?
Nope. I heard what I heard about is that their running game, Iowa's running game was looking good, and that Gronkowski, the quarterback for Iowa, still didn't have great passing numbers, but he had a lot of rushing yards and at least one rushing touchdown. And so that was kind of the way that they were able to have finally some high scoring is by running the ball.
Yeah. The quarterback running, like it was kind of crazy. I thought that it was somebody, because I didn't remember what their starting quarterback's number was, like uniform number, and I see him running down the field. I was like, I had no idea he could run like that. No idea.
Yeah, I think he had like a 60-something yard rush.
Yeah. And it is the Bronze Pig, so yeah, those Big Ten West teams, they got to play for something, I guess. Got to play for something. All right. Ready for the rundown?
Yes, sir.
All right.
So for my lock, I've got Cincinnati winning against Baylor and covering a 3.5-point spread. For my toss-up in the Sunflower Showdown, give me Kansas to defeat Kansas State. And in my upset, I've got the 7-point underdog Houston Cougars beating Arizona State at home.
All right. For my lock, I have Vandy -2.5 over Mizzou. For my toss-up, I have Texas A&M over LSU. And for my upset, give me Minnesota over Iowa for the Bronze Pig. That's it. So that is our episode this week. You will catch us next week as we will be going over Ohio State's matchup against Penn State, and other national coverage, and of course another segment of Pick Six. So until then, you can catch us on TikTok at BIA.pod. That's at BIA.pod. You can also catch our episodes on YouTube as well. So I'm Hughie. That's Phil. OH.
Io. Go Bucks.